Thanks for tuning in live to Toronto Business Summit, the largest business marketing event in Canada. And now your host, Max Carter.
All right, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. We have Richard from RO Publishing here. He's a Facebook expert specializing in customer attraction and acquisition. Welcome, Richard. How are you today?
Great, Max. Thanks for having me.
All right. Thank you for joining us. I know Facebook is a great alternative to Google and other sources for acquiring and getting those leads and new customers into the business. What are the best ways for small business owners to get into Facebook advertising, and how would they go about attracting new leads and customers?
Well, Facebook is actually a really, really good way to attract new customers and prospects. Actually, there's like 1.7 billion people connected to Facebook every month, and 70% of that is mobile. So wherever anyone is, they have Facebook in their hand most of the time. And for small businesses, it's a really big opportunity because it's very underutilized, I could say, for small businesses. Like, people don't understand it very well, so they just don't use it. They think like, well, I have to be on Google because people are searching there. And it's not that Google is bad. It's just sometimes it's really expensive. And there are two different monsters. You can look at Google as yellow pages, like people is going to search for a plumber or something. But you can think of Facebook as a magazine. Like, people are browsing the magazine, and there are ads in the magazine that are related to the interests that the people have. So the good thing is that Facebook really, really knows us, and there are some concerns of privacy and stuff like that. There should be, because they know us, I think, sometimes better than we know ourselves. They track everything we do. Because you have them on your phone, they know where you're at. And for businesses, that's a great advantage. Like, let's say for a restaurant, it is possible for a restaurant to set up an ad and to target people who are physically located in a mile radius around the restaurant at noon, for example. So they could have an ad with a special for their lunch special, or get a free dessert when you visit us. And people are going to be walking on the street like, oh, this is cool. Oh, well, it's right around the corner. And what a coincidence. It's no coincidence. It's something you can actually do, but it's very few businesses do that. So that's why it's a huge opportunity right now, because there's barely any competition for small businesses. Another way they can do it, as you mentioned, businesses that are gathering leads, they can have the same type of ad, send them to a landing page, and capture the information of the person. But Facebook has created something that's called lead ads, where the people click on a button and this form shows up on their phone, but it's already pre-filled out with their information because Facebook already has it. Right. So the only thing that they have to do if they're interested is click send and done. And then the business owner at the end of the day, or if he wants sooner, just has to download his leads and follow up with the people. So it's really, really great tool to do that. Something else really good that you can do with Facebook, that you can narrow down, or you can laser target your ideal customer. Like, if you use the newspaper, for example, when you place an ad on the newspaper, I don't know how much it's in Canada, but let's say a half-page ad can be really expensive. And maybe the circulation is 100,000 people or 1 million people, but you don't know who is actually going to see it. You're paying for the million prints, and you're not even sure if the people who see it are the right customers for your business. And with Facebook, you can actually dive in and say, look, I have a dog business, I have a pet grooming service, so I want to target people who love dogs and buy pet food, and I don't know, you can find some other, like the veterinarian nearby, and you can actually narrow it again down into an area close to their office or to their store. So now you're only going to be paying for people who are qualified to see your ad. So that's really important too, because you're not wasting money. And depending on how you set it up, because there's multiple ways to set it up, you can pay for people to see your ad, or you can actually pay for people who click on the ad. So no matter how many people see it, unless they click on it, you're not paying anything. So it's very cost effective too. So yeah, definitely there are multiple ways, different kinds of businesses, from doctors, restaurants, high end, depending on the type of customer. Usually, if you can identify their interests, it's going to be pretty easy to target them on Facebook. There is a tool called the Audience Insights tool, where you can actually go in, and it's actually facebook.com/ads/audience insights in one word. And you can go in and type in the city, and then you can type in an interest, for example, dogs. And then it's going to tell you, oh, in this city, there are so many people who are interested in dogs and have a Facebook profile and connect daily to Facebook. So you know, okay, I can reach probably 5,000 people every day, right? So that's a great way to do it. Now, the important thing when you're doing your ads is try to think about the end user instead of my business, instead of being, oh, we're a pet grooming service and we have the best, groomers, and we use the best shampoo and all that. It's like, okay, what is the person looking for? And if you want to catch someone right off Facebook in the beginning because they don't know you, you might want to do a special offer. So like pet grooming, 80% off first time, or first pet grooming free. I mean, that's like something crazy, but people are going to, really? Free first time? I'm going to take my dog there. And if you actually provide a great service and everything, people will come back. And that's what sometimes is hard for businesses to understand. They say, oh, I'd never give my product or my service away for free. But they have to understand that if you have a customer that comes back multiple times, that's going to add up. And it's going to be much, much more than whatever the initial service was. So you can define what you're going to offer. Like a restaurant, it's pretty simple. A great offer for restaurants, and a lot of restaurants do it offline, is get your meal for free on your birthday. That's a very common offer. But in Facebook, you can actually target people who are having their birthday next month. Yeah. So that's very effective. I mean, like I'm browsing and like, oh, free meal with my birthday, it's this month. Okay, cool, I'll go. And usually you're not going to go alone. You're going to go with a few friends and everything. So that's where they make their money back. And if it's, again, a good meal, they're going to come back multiple times. So you have to decide what is something that is actually interesting for the customer that you can give them to catch their attention, to pull them into your business, and then obviously provide the best service possible to keep them there so they keep coming back and they refer other people. You have to know that value ladder of products and services you have so you can give it, and don't, I don't want to say, don't be lame. Don't say, oh, 5% off your meal. That's not interesting. Nobody likes that. They like buy one, get one free. They like totally free or a special discount. So if you make it that way, if you're a gym or if you're a yoga class, you can do like first week for free, right? And then there are other methods we use sometimes to get people to take action, like right now, because some people, like everywhere, you buy something, you sign up for something, and you never go. So you can tell them, like, okay, click here, sign up. People sign up, but they never go. So what do you do? On the next page after they sign up, you tell them, look, call now, and we'll even give you a free yoga mat, for example. And that way you have people calling in and actually going to the class. And once they're there, then you get them to sign up, and that's history from then.
Or you can follow up through the email, right, when you collect.
Yeah, you want to follow up with people either through email, through phone. Phone is very effective. It will reduce the conversions a little bit, but you do want to have their phone. It's the best way to follow up with them. And actually get in touch as soon as possible. There's a statistic that I don't know it really well, but I think your possibility to convert someone on the phone goes down like 50% if you call them after an hour. Mm-hmm. So you want to call them as soon as possible. And you can set that up with Facebook to as soon as someone fills out you don't set it up with Facebook. You use other tools, but as soon as someone fills out your form, you can get a notification. Like I have a customer who he does garage remodelings. Yeah. So as soon as he gets a lead on Facebook, he gets it on his phone and he forwards it to one of his salespeople to call him immediately.
Is it like Zapier or?
You can use Zapier. You can use your actual autoresponder. So once it gets in, like Aweber lets you notifies you when someone signs up, and Fusionsoft too. It's depending on the autoresponder, and if not, you can use an additional tool like Zapier. So there are different ways to get notifications and follow up as soon as possible. That way people don't forget. We're all really busy. We click on stuff, we sign up, and then we don't even remember that we did it. So the sooner you get back to them, the better it's going to be. But yeah, Facebook is a really, really good tool. And again, you can narrow it down. You can find your customer, their interests. You can find related interests too, to like segue into people. And the important thing is, Facebook doesn't like anything negative. They don't like anything that make people feel. Facebook is supposed to be a happy place. They want people to have happy experiences, and they've also done studies showing that people who see uplifting news interact more than people who see depressing news. And again, there go the privacy concerns, because they do make these studies. So if you have an offer, make it an interesting, nice offer, not like, oh, if you don't buy this, you're going to get sick and die, but like renew your energy and come for a free, I don't know, aromatherapy massage, right? Or get a 15-minute massage. Those are really simple. Actually, in the malls, they have them. Like if you're at the mall, stop by, and then probably you can sell them a package of get a massage each time you come to the mall. Some people are never, like, that's how gyms work. You pay a monthly fee. People go the first month, and then they don't go anymore, and they don't cancel because they feel guilty. So that's what you have to understand, that it's not only bringing people to your business, it's also your job to see how you can keep them and how you can convert them into a customer once they get there, because before they get there, they're just prospect. Yes. They're not really a customer. So you want to really convert them into a customer. But it's a very, very well way to target people and to reach them with the right message, and in a way that it's not obtrusive. I know some people say, oh, there's only ads on Facebook, and it sucks, but probably because the ads they're seeing haven't been made correctly, or haven't been targeted correctly. But if you see an ad that really interests you, or is a product or service that interests you, you're not going to be angry by it. You're going to be actually, oh, great thing that I see this. I was actually thinking about doing this. Like for example, the birthday thing. Facebook is great, let's say, for if you think of photographers, you can target people who are engaged, people who are newlywed. You can target parents. You can target parents in the different age brackets. So you can say, let's say, your child, I don't know, baby pictures and stuff like that. So you have to just be a little bit creative sometimes on how to do it. Jewelries, I know a lot of people do, well, definitely occasions like florists and all that. You can, people who are in a relationship, you can do a special on Valentine's, chocolates. I mean, like the possibilities are endless. And actually, if you don't have to go with the normal things for those kind of offers. Like, it's not like because it's Valentine's, it's chocolates and flowers. I mean, it could be something else. Like for Christmas, this customer that does garage remodeling, he also has a service that it's snow cleaning, but it's a contract. So for him, it's a whole year of business. I mean, obviously, it's just winter and spring a little bit, but it was like the best gift ever. Don't have your husband plow snow again the next year, right? So that was as a Christmas gift. It was the offer, and it worked really well. People are really like, oh, well, look, now I know I'm not going to get them the old tie, but I'm actually going to get them inside the house and keep them from the cold throughout the winter. What are the
major mistakes like businesses make? Because I know a lot of business owners say, oh, Facebook ads didn't work. I tried them. They throw a few $100 in. They slap an ad from stock image. They just write whatever they want, and then they just point it onto the homepage, and that's it. They expect some wonders to happen.
Great thing that you just actually said a couple of mistakes right there. Like, first of all, stock image is boring. People can tell it's stock image. They don't like it. It's actually better now to use regular pictures from your office, things that are action pictures, things that are happening, customers, like if it's a gym class, actual customers in the class, or the doctor if it's a dentist on his chair, or even these guys that do the remodeling, they have their workers fixing up the garages in some of their pictures, and those are the ones that people react more to because they're like, "What is this?" I mean, also with videos is really good, but it looks better if you use a video. I mean, it doesn't look better. It has a better result most of the times if you use a video you shot on your phone than if you have this professional videography, because people are like, that looks fake. It looks like a commercial. The other one looks like a video someone shot, a friend. Could be a friend, could maybe not. So that way you can keep it real. And doing what you just said is sometimes they just slap a promo there. If they don't put too much thought into the promotion, that's going to, well, obviously affect the results. But if they send people to their homepage, that's like the worst thing they can do. Because people probably see an offer on Facebook, they click on it, and then they go to a website where there is a bunch of things except the promotion they clicked on, and they don't know what to do. The best thing a business can do is like have one objective and one action the person can take. So if you have an offer for a coupon, send them to a website where they enter their name, their phone, their email, and that's all there is there. Just a form, and obviously the description of the coupon. You can make it nice, pictures and all that, but don't have all your services or try to the bait and switch and sell them something else right there. No, give them what they click for, and then you can follow up with them and get them as a customer. So, and something important also, Facebook. This is something I know. Facebook says originally a few months back, Facebook didn't allow you to add pictures that had more than 20% of text on the picture you were using. Now they removed that rule, but they still penalize you by showing your ad to less people. So one of the big mistakes is some people grab their ad, they use it in a newspaper, magazine or something, they put it on Facebook, and most of the time those have a lot of text. So it's either going to be disapproved, it's going to be limited, or you're going to get a big warning and people are like, what's wrong with this? It doesn't work, right? Same with when you drive traffic to a site, they'll say, well, I spent $100 and nothing happened. But do you have a way to track what's happening? Like there's some type of ads that you can do walk-ins, like you can, the local awareness ads, you can have an ad for a restaurant, for example, and click below to find us, and people click and the map will pop up and we'll show them the directions to get to the restaurant for lunch. Or another action people can take it on their ad, on the mobile ad, is click on it and it will call. But if you don't have a tracking number or you don't have a special code, like you should tell your employees, look, we have an ad on Facebook. People are going to say, I saw it on Facebook, or maybe you said free dessert or something like that. That way you can track it and actually measure your results. If you don't measure your results, nothing's ever going to happen. So yeah, that's really important too.
All right, so yeah, should collect their information, should track what's happening, and provide relevant offers to the audience.
Yeah, definitely. And Facebook, Facebook is really, really business friendly. Like they do tours across the U.S., I think in Canada too, explaining the possibilities of using Facebook ads and Facebook fan pages, etc., to reach new customers. But they also have a lot of free training on the web. So if you're interested, I would highly recommend that you at least go through the free training, right? Sometimes they say, oh, you could get more customers by promoting this. That's just their ad to you. Sometimes just ignore that. Either find someone who knows how to do it or get the proper training and then do it. But the worst thing you can do is do it with no goal, no knowledge, no information, and then you're going to get no results, right? So yeah, it's important to at least know a little bit. But once you do it well, once you know how to set it up well, you can get, it depends on the industry, but like, I don't know, dentists could probably get leads in for $10-20, and probably that's going to be a filling or an implant or something like that we know that are thousands of dollars. Right. So everything is possible as long as you set it up correctly. That's probably, and tests. Sometimes it takes some tests, and sometimes, like if I were to get an auto shop, because I was thinking about an auto shop the other day. Right now, I'm not sure how much it would cost them. So what I would tell them is, look, let's run the ad a week and see how much it costs to generate a lead. Mm-hmm. If this is cost efficient for you, great. If it isn't, let's stop it and okay, let's part of friends. It's probably not for you, and it depends. So you have to find both the angle, the offer, and see if it's really cost efficient. And most of the times it is. I mean, you see people all the time selling flashlights and
Correct.
little e-commerce things. So if someone can make money by selling a flashlight using Facebook advertising, a business can definitely make money because once you have a customer, you can get them to come back or sell them more things.
All right, Richard, just to wrap this up, how our viewers can get in touch with you and to learn more and if they need some help with Facebook?
Sure, they can find me at richardosterude.com. And it's in Spanish, but there's a little button there that says English, so they can find the English information. Or just look me up on Facebook. I'm easily findable.
All right.
Osterude is the keyword. It's not many there.
We'll get this into the show notes, so everything is there. So just click the link and you'll get Richard's information. All right, Richard, thank you very much for all the info. It's been really great.
Thank you, Max. Congratulations and good luck.
Yep, take care.